Good evening and welcome to Up South. We are coming to you live from the Hyderabad Central University that has seen unrest since yesterday. For the last 24 hours, ever since the suicide of a scholar here, Rohit Vemula, the campus here has been completely in turmoil. We saw a whole lot of people coming here. The burial took place sometime in the evening. But yes, this has huge political and social ramifications. That remains our top focus on Up South this evening on India Today. Dalit research scholar Vemula Rohit, 25-year-old hailing from Guntur district of Andhra Pradesh, committed suicide by hanging himself yesterday evening. And ever since, the Hyderabad Central University has been in turmoil, and not just the Central University here in Hyderabad, but the ramifications were also felt in Delhi, in Trivandrum and in several other cities of the country where there were protests against this kind of a discrimination of a Dalit student, as the people here put it. And there were also political ramifications because there was a BJP versus the non-BJP angle also brought into this entire unfortunate and tragic incident. This is a report from Hyderabad and New Delhi.
From Delhi to Hyderabad, students are on the streets, demanding justice for PhD scholar Rohit Vemula, who was found dead on Sunday night.
These are not suicides, these are murders.
Bandar Dattatreya has to come down.
The young student allegedly committed suicide in the University of Hyderabad campus, highlighting the simmering campus tensions over the course of the past 5 months.
This is a letter which, in fact, on the 18th of December, that Rohit Vemula had written to the Vice Chancellor, and I have a copy of it here, and pretty strong words in which he tells the Vice Chancellor that you should supply a rope to the rooms of all the Dalit students. It also says that you should serve 10 mg of sodium aside. So in a sense, alleging that the Dalit students are discriminated against, there is some kind of a discrimination against Dalit students.
In August last year, Rohit was part of the Ambedkar Students Association group that protested against the hanging of the 1993 blast convict Yaqub Memon. During the protests, right-wing student members alleged that they were assaulted. Soon after, a university probe found no evidence against Rohit's campus group. The matter should have ended there, but Union Minister Bandaru Dattatreya shot off a letter to HRD Minister seeking action against the students and claiming that the university was becoming a hub for anti-national politics. The university then changed its stand, suspending Rohit and 3 others.
दलित विद्यार्थी जो आत्महत्या कर ली है, उससे मेरे लेटर को कोई संबंध नहीं है.
My brother has done this thing for something. Because if you clearly understand what he has done this, because you just do that. And I just want to ask that VC why you didn't come here and you just condole to us.
As protests continued, the university rolled back the suspension, but months later, a newly appointed vice-chancellor expelled 5 students. Now, a case of abetment to suicide has been registered against the union minister, a university vice-chancellor and 2 ABVP members. The FIR became ammunition for the opposition, aiming straight at the Labour minister.
The vice-chancellor and the people involved in this crime should be immediately removed. And as I have stated earlier, the minister who has a FIR filed against him should immediately be removed from the cabinet.
We have sent a 2-member committee to look into the issue and give us a status report on what has happened within the university campus.
A young student allegedly driven to take his own life after months of harassment. Will Rohit get justice? With T.S. Sudhir in Hyderabad and Anundya Banerjee in Delhi, Bureau Report for India Today.
Right, so that gave you an idea about the kind of events that took place both in Hyderabad and in New Delhi. Joining me are a whole lot of people from the Hyderabad Central University. But let me first go to someone who has been an alumni here, 84-86 batch, Bhatti Vikramarka, who is the working president of the Telangana Congress. What do you see this as? Because this has got completely polarized on both caste lines as well as on political lines.
I see it more than caste lines on political lines only. Unfortunately, the government, which is based on the religion today, which is ruling, is trying to create this kind of an atmosphere in all over the country and trying to take the mileage out of it. And I see here a letter by Mr. Bandar Dattatreya branding Ambedkar Students Association members as a casteist. That means the castes are branding them as an extremist and anti-national influence. I don't see any reason. In this country, whoever takes birth is branded as caste first. No person is out of caste. So any caste, a person belongs to any caste and claims that he is branded as extremist.
You are saying that after Bandaru Dattatreya wrote this kind of a letter, action was taken against these 5 students, these 5 research scholars, only because a BJP union minister wrote this kind of a letter. Is that what the Congress is charging?
No. Not only Bandar Dattatreya. Much before that, there is one guy by name Ram Chandra Rao who belongs to Bharatiya Janata Party MLC who came here. I've seen the minutes where he participated in the meeting along with the Vice Chancellor, saying and threatening the VC. We don't take an action against the Ambedkar Students Association. I will show them with outside people. And he, presenting the Bandar Dattatreya and asking him to write a letter to
So you are alleging that there is strong political interference of the BJP in the affairs of the Hyderabad Central University. That's what you are saying.
Of course.
But they would say that the presence of someone like you, the Congress party is also now meddling. What does the Congress party have to do with it on campus?
Yeah. The Congress party has come here after the student committing suicide. And the students coming and making as a representation saying that the preferential treatment and differential treatment by the university authorities with the pressure of the Bharatiya Janata Party government, then we have come to this university. Not only that, I am also an ex-student of this university. I felt so bad. One of the students, particularly who belongs to Dalit community, to which I also belong. Yes. And a student coming to the level of PhD, it takes generations together for the Dalit communities. Right. And I feel so bad, one student who committing suicide after reaching to the level of PhD and leaving the family aside, waiting for another generations to come.
You spoke about the family. In fact, I spoke to the brother of Rohit Vemula, Raja Vemula, and this is what he had to say. A completely heartbroken family, completely shattered by what had happened. I am here at the Hyderabad Central University and with me is Raja. My condolences to what has happened with your brother. What do you have to say? I mean, was it totally unexpected? Obviously, your brother must have been a strong person. Was he saying that he was very disturbed over the last few days, ever since he was expelled?
No, it was so unfortunate because he didn't say anything about his disappointment and everything in the university. 3-4 days back, he called us and he said that there is something is going on in the university, and we just took it light because we know he's clever enough, so he can do himself. So that's why we took it light. So we don't know.
Written this letter to the Vice Chancellor on the 18th of December.
We don't know anything about it. Even we don't know about this.
He didn't share anything with the family.
No, even we don't know about his suspension, and he was here for the last 13 days. We don't know anything about it.
A lot of politics is being played out, Dalit versus non-Dalit. Do you also see it like Dalit versus non-Dalit?
Because I don't want to comment on those things because don't make it political. What my brother has done this thing for something. If you clearly understand what he has done this, because just do that. And I just want to ask that VC why you didn't come here and you just condole to us.
What is your demand now? They are asking for the Vice Chancellor to quit. What does the family think?
Of course, he should be terminated. That's it. He should not be suspended like this because he's all the degrees and everything should be terminated. That's it.
My condolences to you. May God give you strength. Thank you. So that was a family member saying that there should be no politics being played over the tragic death of Rohit Vemula, the Dalit scholar who committed suicide here at the Hyderabad Central University. It's a great loss, but definitely it's also a huge development in the politics of the Hyderabad Central University here. T.S. Sudhir in Hyderabad for India Today. In fact, the commotion that you hear right now is because the protest march, which started from one end of the campus to this end, has just reached here, and they're all protesting slogans, mourning the loss of Rohit Vemula. Let me get a sense from someone who met Rohit Vemula very, very close to when he died. Pranay Rupani, who is also a research scholar here. Pranay, did you sense that perhaps Rohit was depressed as a result of the expulsion and the fact that they were spending their nights out here in the open?
Rohit actually was one of the strongest people I knew. He was a really, really bright research scholar. And I mean, I never got the sense. I'm really shocked. Like, I'm still shocked. I couldn't believe when I heard it. Like, I couldn't believe it because he was one of the most articulate people I know, and he was always at the forefront of anything that was happening here. And it's very unfortunate that this has happened to him. And it's unbelievable because the first time in my university life, I have felt unsafe. I never felt unsafe.
Saying you're feeling unsafe.
Yes, I am feeling unsafe because a person has passed away and he has not gotten a proper funeral also. He has not gotten a proper funeral. We got a very insensitive email saying that the university is closed today because of unforeseen circumstances. That is not an unforeseen
You're saying that it could have been handled with a more sensitivity, more maturity, definitely.
Not just that, like there was no condolence given to his brother, his mother, which is very, very unfortunate.
Absolutely, very, very unfortunate. Zamir Ahmed is also a research scholar at the University of Hyderabad. You heard what Pranay Rupani said. I have been seeing a whole lot of placards saying that the university, the Vice Chancellor has blood on its head, on his hands. Is that the way you see it, that the university, by its complete insensitivity, killed one of its own students?
I think that's what there is a very clearly abatement to suicide. There were circumstances and situation which was created to force this 28-year-old budding research scholar hailing from a Dalit family whose mother was a daily wage laborer who has helped him to go through schooling and college and reach up to this level. One of the most brightest students. Now, of course, there is that abatement to suicide. And there are many layers to it. There are many elements, people involved in it, who played at the back and who played at the front.
I will give you a different viewpoint. In fact, I spoke to a senior member of the University of Hyderabad administration, who I may probably call the number 2 or 3. And he has given a completely 180 degrees view. He said that these 5 scholars were among those group of 20 who went and bullied the ABVP activist. There was strong evidence to suggest that they were guilty, and in fact the punishment that was meted out was perhaps very lenient and watered down. And they say that students like you and members of the faculty have an agenda. You're talking of Dalit discrimination. Is there sense, is it right to make it into a Dalit versus non-Dalit issue?
No, I don't feel that it should be made up, a controversy should be made of Dalit versus non-Dalit. Whatever is happening should not happen, and all this is political agenda that is going on in the university.
Okay. You think it's a political agenda, that someone is playing to an agenda out here at the university?
Sir, on 12th 8 15, the punishment is released saying that we should give a strong warning to the M. Sushil Kumar and to the Vijay, Sunkarna, Sheshu and all those people. And this was when Mr. Sharma was the Vice Chancellor. And after the protest was held, Mr. Sharma reconstituted a new committee. When Professor Appa Rao came, he dissolved that committee. And when the new committee came up to investigate that case, they did not let these people to depose their case. No, you are saying that there is a politics happening, and there are people, those who want to do a politics, and there may be accusation of agenda. But can someone tell us?
Tell me how long?
Who is responsible for his death? Can somebody tell us?
Tell
what
me.
Politics is there? A widow has lost her son. 28-year bridegroom he has lost. Can someone tell us what politics in that? To ask this institution, existing institution, this Vice Chancellor to come and assure us there would be an fair trial and there will be justice delivered to his family.
Very strong words, very emotional words, and that kind of, in a sense, sums up the mood here on campus. There is a lot of anguish at what has happened. As he said, a bright young spark actually losing his life. The mother extremely distraught, the brother we just heard, and as Pranay Rupani was pointing out, he feels unsafe on campus, and it's really for the university administration to come down here and assure the students that all will be well. Welcome back. Rohit Vemula, long live. That's really the sentiment out here. And what you are seeing here is all the protesters are seated here. PL Punia, who is the chairperson of the Scheduled Caste Commission, is here and will probably address some of the protesters. Let's get a sense of what's likely to happen over the next 24 to 48 hours. How long do you think classes are going to be boycotted? Because the university believes that now that the body has been buried, it'll just be a matter of time before things return to normal.
No, actually, Vice Chancellor was mentioning even before when we were protesting, saying that classes will, you'll have problem with classes, please attend classes. He was not even addressing the issue. When the first generation Dalit scholar of this campus has suicided because of the atrocious act of this BJP government and the Vice Chancellor, how could he say that? And until and unless we get the justice, and our demand is first our Vice Chancellor has to resign, and 50 lakhs of compensation should be given to Rohit Vemula, and our BJP, the person who has given a letter, Sir Ramachandra and Dattatreya, they asked to resign.
My last question, and we just have a minute more on air. A lot of political parties getting into it. Unrest continues. You're accusing the BJP accuses that others also have an agenda. Is this whole war of agendas going to destroy the campus atmosphere?
This is not a kind of atmosphere which, if all student organizations, it's about a student issue, and the BJP government is trying to communalize religious, and they're trying to provocate the students. Okay. So each and every organization, each and everyone coming into the campus, we are coming to just condolence to the student of Rohit Vemula family.
Okay, fine. So you're going to come to offer your condolences to the family of Rohit Vemula. But yes, the atmosphere, I have spent an entire day out here and the atmosphere has not really been very heartening. This is really not the kind of University of Hyderabad that one is used to seeing. It's a very healthy and a vibrant atmosphere. But now it's an atmosphere of mourning and of turmoil and anguish. As one of the students put it, there is a feeling of lack of safety on campus. That's it then on Up South on India Today. This Monday evening, news and updates will continue on India Today.
और वो चल पड़ा, और चलने के पहले उसने ढेर सारी चीजों का अध्ययन किया होगा, टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप की होगी, और नया एक उसने